My Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. This is your Moray Dr. Yeshu. I want to take this time to thank you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your prayers and everything you do to share and to have advanced this channel. We're going to ask you, my brothers and my sisters, to encourage your friends and your loved ones, to subscribe, to like, and also to send in the comments. And like we've been asking that different ones would make sure that when they come to view a session, that they don't take a long time, don't waste time, just go ahead and like it. Go ahead and like it, my brothers and my sisters, because when we like it, then we know that we get that out of the way. But sometimes we wait and say, oh, when I finish, I'll come back and like it. But sometimes we forget, because we have so many different things on our minds, and family to take care of, baby to feed, children to get ready to go to school and get them ready, preparing dinner for the family and all different things, time that you want to spend with your family and all that. Sometimes you forget. You promise good intention, but you never get a chance to come back and do it. So we're going to ask you, my brothers and my sisters, don't forget to like. Do not forget to like. We're getting a lot of people viewing, but we don't get a lot of people liking. And so we're going to ask you to remember to always, like. We like to see some more likes. Thank you so much. Thank you in advance. All right. We are in Psalm 39 and verse 3, and we are talking about hope. Hope. That's the theme for the whole chapter, the whole psalm. Okay. So we finished in the last session. We finished verse 2, and we're going to look at verse 3. Listen what it said here. My heart was hot within me. Wow. My heart was hot within me. While I was musing, the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue. We're going to find out what it said when we get to verse 4. But in the meantime, let's look at verse 3 here, where it said, my heart was hot within me. Look at the word heart. Because heart, the word heart here is the word lab. And lab is the inner man, the mind, or the will, the heart. Excuse me. It is the inner man, the will, the mind, the heart. Lab. Lamed and Beit. Lab. And what it's talking about here, my brothers and sisters, when we talk about the heart, we talk about a care for something comfortably, something considered. We talk about something courageous, something friendly. We talk about something broken, something hard. Okay, and what it's saying here, a form of labab. The word here is a form of labab. The heart also used figuratively, and it's also used very widely for feelings, for the will, or even for the intellect. And it can also use likewise, for the center of anything, the center of anything. Is a cared for, comfortably, consent, or considered. So when you talk about courageous or friendly, sometimes we refer to a person that say, man, he has a courageous heart. And not talk about the heart that pumps the blood. You talk about the center of what is going on in the mind, the intellect, that what controls. The heart is what pumps blood to all part of the body, right? And if the heart is not functioning correctly, right, if it's sick, if something going on, sometimes it can overwork, and so we have to be careful. What goes inside there. Sometimes our eating habits can help mess up the heart too. And when I say it messes it up, it tears up the whole body. If you don't have a good heart, then the whole body is almost say, hey, you can't think properly, you can't, because everything affects the brain, the mind, the intellect, everything. So sometimes we say the person has, a courageous heart, and and sometimes we say the person has a friendly heart, and then sometimes the person have a broken heart. A lot of people die from broken heart. The heart broken and never mended. Then some people have merry heart, stiff heart, stout heart. Different ways of categorizing and explaining, what a person is feeling on the inside, and just to describe the person in general, and so, but it's used in so many different ways in the midst of the mind, regarded to themselves are unaware, understanding, well, willing, wisdom. Sometimes we talk about a person who have a heart of wisdom, stuff like that. And so the word is used in so many different ways. But it said, my heart was hot within me. Oh man, goodness, within me. The word here is the word Kereb, and it is talk about the inward part, or in the midst of the person, Kereb, the inward part or the midst. It's all about, like your bowels, and to charge is something in a word like eating you up, the heat. It's in a person, the heart is and then sometimes it comes from another word, karab means, whatever the nearest part, that is the center, with all, whether it's literal or figuratively mentioned there, or spoken rather. Is it among before bowels are, under charge, or to talk about the heart in general, the inward part, the thoughts, in the midst, something of pertinence, or, within the self, to cause, to approach, or to cause, to bring forth, that kind of idea, to cause, to come near. Now, and the primitive root here is to approach or to bring near, for whatever purpose, and And so what he's talking about here, my brothers and sisters, is the fact that, you know, the drawing nigh, drawing near, you know, something like you be at hand, or to join, or to be near, or to come, you know. If we talk about something, you produce something to make something ready to stand or to take, you know. That's what he's talking about here when he said, within him. He said, my heart was hot within me while I was musing. But listen, I want us to look at the word muse here. While I was musing, the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue. While I was musing, look at the word muse there, because the word musing is not something that I'm mused and is over. It's like it's in the present participle. Continue. It's continuous, right? And the word here is like the word hagig. Yeah, that's the word. That's what the word is. Hagig. Okay, and what it's talking about is that it's a whisper, or musing, or murmuring. Okay? And it is Hey, Gimel, Yod, and Gimel. Hagig. And this word here, my brothers and my sisters, what it's trying to say here is that, you know, when he talk about that was musing, he talk about like he was whispering and musing or murmuring. Okay? It's like that time of meditation. Right? While it's hot, was hot in it. But still, he was meditating at the time. Okay? He was meditating. And when you're meditating on something, and you know, you have to decide, you have a decision to make, whether you're going to go wrong or you're going to go right. Whether you're going to stand your ground or you're going to give in. Okay? All right. You don't give in to anything that is negative. You give in to something that is positive. Okay? Here the wicked people standing right there. And there's the wicked, they're saying thing and they're waiting for you. You won't say nothing, so they're going to say something. They're going to do something. Okay? And so this word come from an unused root akin to hagar, properly to murmur, that is to complain. Okay? Meditating and musing. Imagining something, you're meditating upon something, you mourn, you muter rather, and you roar or soar as you speak, or you study. Okay? From a primitive root to you compare hagig, you comparing hagig to murmur in pleasure or in anger. Okay now. So you're talking about the fact that his heart was hot within him. Okay? So, in other words, anger was growing, you know, over the situation. Okay? And by implication, he was pondering it, and he was imagining it, and he was meditating upon it, and he mourned and he muted, and he roar and he soar and he speak and he study and he talk and he utter. All of these different things was going on in his mind at that time. Everything was going on within him while he was musing. He said the fire burned. Okay? The fire burned. My brothers and sisters, you just feel the anger and like a turmoil going on inside him. He said, look at these wicked people. Hear what they say. Okay, they're lying on me. They're saying evil. They're speaking evil against me. They're speaking evil against my Yahuwah. And you feel like just do something. Just grab something and just start, you know. That's the devil. He wants you to act out like that. You know, I tell you, my brothers and sisters, we're human beings, right? And we all have the tendency to, you know, want to do want to fight back. But Yahweh fights our battles. Amen. He fights our battle. Alright, so here it says then, while I was musing, the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue. Okay, he spake is the bar. Okay. And the word is to speak, it is dalet, bet, and resh, dabar. And what it's talking about here is answering now, right? It's bidding, it's command, it's commune, it's declaring, it is trying to give. And it comes from a primitive root, perhaps, properly to arrange, but used figuratively. To speak really in a destructive sense, but to subdue, to answer, command it, to declare, declaring this, to give, to name or to promise, to pronounce or to rehearse, to say, he's saying, he's speaking, and become a spokesman. And look, all of these things going on, I'm going to subdue them. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to teach about them. I'm going to tell about them and help us to think about them. We're going to use entreaties, right? We're going to use all of that. We're going to order, we're going to well, we're going to work towards getting this thing solved, We're going to work towards getting this thing solved. We're not going to, listen what he said. I was musing, I was meditating. So while I was doing that, the fire was burning within me. So my brothers and my sisters, we notice that whenever time we have developed a passion for Yahuwah and His Word, and we start studying His Word and we start reading His Word, something will come up. And while you're trying to meditate on His Word, my brothers and my sisters, if you don't stand your ground and stand strong in Yahuwah, Hasatan will bring something up to you and remind you. How does he do it? Sometimes a family member. How long you gonna stay in the study? How long you gonna you always doing this, what about my need? You're always helping other people, what about me? And you got to be careful so you have a balance. Okay? Got to have a balance. The Bible said if a man doesn't take care of his family, he's worse off than an infidel. So you must take care of your family before you go take care of somebody else's family. Meet your family's need before you go meeting somebody else's need. In order to be true to His Word. Okay? In order to be true to His Word. Got to do it. Okay? Because my brothers and my sisters, if you don't do it, you violate the principles of the Word. So he said, while he spake, then spake I with my tongue. My brothers and my sisters, my heart was hot within me while I was musing. The fire burned. While I was meditating, the fire, it was like a fire shut up within my bone. with intense, that feeling of intense, hot, burning desire to fight back. They say evil about me, I'm going to say evil about them too. That kind of thing, you know. But you want us to keep our tongue from speaking guile and do the right thing. I speak with my tongue. I remember earlier I said, I will put a bridle in my mouth that I sin not. Praise be to Yahweh. My brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.